Hey guys, how's it going? I'm doing okay. This is the anime review for this week, and I'm doing something a little bit different this week. This week I'm actually reviewing a live-action version of an anime, and I will review said anime in the future, but I'm going to do it in cosplay, so it might be a little while until I get that costume. So, the live-action version of the anime that I am reviewing is Ouran High School Host Club. Probably one of the most fun, fluffy, entertaining anime there is. You know, it's something that you can definitely watch if you want to feel good. And when I found out there was a live-action version of it, I was like, oh, okay. And I gave it a shot. It's only about 12 episodes long, plus a movie, so it's much shorter than the original anime. But the basic storyline is the same, and just to give you a reminder of that, it's Ouran High School Host Club, Ouran High School is like a super rich school for heirs and heiresses of companies, and you know, they get the best of the best education, they get pampered, and every year they allow one non-rich student into the school with a scholarship, whoever, you know, is qualified for the scholarship. And in this particular case, it's Haruhi. Sorry. I thought I had to sneeze there for a minute. It's cool. We're good. Continuing. She has vowed to do nothing but concentrate on her studies. No friends, no anything. She thinks the people of the school are really weird. So, as she is looking for a place to study, she comes across the Ouran High School Host Club in Music Room 3. They're kind of eccentric, and they kind of freak her out, so she accidentally backs into and smashes an extremely expensive vase. So, you know, she can't pay for the vase. It's like 8 million yen, which is a lot. So they tell her that she can work for them to pay off the debt. And once they realize how good-looking she is, they have her become a host. And they're doing all of this without knowing she's a girl, because she's got a short haircut, she looks very androgynous, she keeps just regular, like, androgynous clothes. They have no idea that. Sorry about that, guys. My camera totally just died there. It's been low on batteries for a while, so I should have expected it. But we're good. We're good. I'm back. Hi. Okay, so, as I was saying, they had no idea Haruhi was a girl. But they did find out shortly after, and a lot of the show is spent trying to cover up that she's a girl from the other students, and them learning about her and her learning about them. So it's pretty entertaining, and it definitely helps to develop the characters, which, for me, like, you know, there's a lot of side characters and stuff, but the main characters are really well developed. You get a sense for their backstories, you get a sense for their personalities, why they are the way that they are. You know, this is probably a good example to me of making a real well-rounded character. Can you hear that? I'm not sure if you can hear that. Our neighbor's mowing the lawn. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's lots of weird stuff going on today. It's cool. This is my first review with the camera, so expect a few derp ups. It's just that the webcam wasn't quite as quality as I would expect it to be, and the volume was really bad, so figured I'd switch it up. Anyways, continuing. The characters. Haruhi, you know, the main female in the story. She's smart, she's pretty reserved, but you can tell that she really cares. Her goal was to become a lawyer like her mother, and she wants to make her mother proud. And it's just basically her experiences of learning about the host club. She's actually one of the very few people that can tell the twins apart, which, if you're as into the show, you know, as I am, after a while you do start noticing the differences between them, and you're able to, like, tell who's who and stuff. My dog is barking now. So many noises today. Okay. Next is Kyoya. Kyoya is like the cool type, because each host has like a different type. He's the cool type. He's a very reserved guy. He comes across kind of as mean or cold, but deep down he's a really good guy. He's amazing at managing money. He's the third son of the Otori family, so he would most likely never inherit the company, but Tamaki basically inspired him to never give up, to think outside the box, and he's become an extraordinary person. He doesn't like to show that he cares. He says, I only do things for my own benefit. But you see subtle things that are like, no, you really do care. You do. Tamaki. Tamaki's the princely type and the leader of the host club. He's the one that put the host club together. He's very loud, very energetic, very weird, very overly emotional. Like, he often gets overly excited about things that Haruhi says, whether they be good towards him or bad towards him. He often gets over the top excited. You know, he's very princely. He's very good looking. And for whatever reason, because of his personality and his not wanting to give up on his friends, he's inspired each and every one of these group members to be a part of this club and to grow. And once you learn about his backstory, which I'm not going to ruin for you, you're like, how is he this happy after what he's gone through? Because he's gone through a little bit, and it's kind of sad. Alright, Honey Senpai. He's like the kawaii character, the little shota boy, he's smaller than everybody else, but he's actually a third year. So, he's actually an upperclassman. He loves sweets. He carries around a bunny. He's just this happy, childlike, really sweet person. He's, wears his heart on his sleeve. He you can always tell how he's feeling. He's very much like a child. He is often underestimated, but he's actually amazing at martial arts. So, yeah, because his family, that's what they do. That's their thing. And then Mori Senpai is his cousin. The two families are very, very close. So they're often seen together. It's rare that they're ever apart. Mori is very quiet. He's like the reserved type, the strong, silent type. He often has a grumpy expression on his face, and people view him as scary, but he's actually not scary. He'll do anything to protect Honey. He's also a very good martial artist. And he's actually very sweet. If you watch his actions, more so than his words, because he doesn't say very much, he's very protective of everybody that he cares about. And he's a very, very nice guy. So, looks can be deceiving, I suppose. Alright, the next is the twins. And they tend to be very mischievous, very loud. There was a time before they joined the host club that they didn't want anybody else in their life because everybody that they did loud in their life had hurt them. They were upset that they couldn't be told apart, and they used to play tricks on people and stuff, and it's very sad. Till the day that Tamaki came in and decided that he was going to be able to tell them apart, and that he was going to keep trying. And I think that that keep trying attitude was what made them decide to join. Now, on individual differences, there are slight differences that you can tell them apart. When it comes to... Sorry, my nose itches. When it comes to Koru. Koru is the one that seems to be the more submissive one. The one that acts a little bit shyer. He's actually the more mature one. He's got a little bit more put together. He's got less of a temper. And then Hikaru is very loud, very outspoken, pretty immature, and pretty selfish. He doesn't notice other people's feelings around him. He's not exactly very... I'm trying to think of the word. He doesn't really understand other people's needs, and Koru really wants to help him learn that, and he's kind of doing that through Haruhi, because it's pretty clear that Hikaru has feelings for her, but I don't think he's completely aware of them. So... those are the group members. just like kind of a synopsis. But if you watch the show yourself, you'll see that they're actually way more in depth than I've even explained. They're very, very well developed characters. Like I said, I think that this is one of the shows that they really focus on making the characters seem real. So, my next section is usually art, but this is a live-action show. So what do I say about art? They do add certain effects to make it seem more anime-like, and those effects really help. They're kind of cheesy, but they honestly really help to set the mood. When it comes to clothing, the atmosphere of the show, the actors they chose, pretty much perfect. When you see Kyoya, it's like dead on. Mori, dead on. Honey is a little strange here and there, but I think they picked the right actor for that. The twins are perfect. Haruhi is perfect. Now, my biggest worry was with the Tamaki person, because to me, I didn't think he was all that good looking, and Tamaki is supposed to be like the best looking guy. But once you see that guy's acting and how he just portrays Tamaki, it's perfect. And eventually he just grows on you, and to you, that's Tamaki. They also have, the side characters like Nekozawa, and they actually add him into the show way more than they do the anime, and he's really cool. He actually really is cool, and the person who portrays him very well. So yeah, that's the best I can say about art, since we're talking about a live action. Now, when it comes to how the story itself is put together, I would say it's put together very, very well. If you're comparing it from the anime to this, you look at the 12 episodes and you're like, oh no, how much did they cut out? But what they cut out really didn't change the story. It still developed the characters very well. It still showed some fun antics and helped Haruhi learn about everybody. What they cut out really didn't hurt the story at all. And they add subtle things into it, little things that weren't in the anime that help you learn about the characters a little bit more, and it's really awesome. So, overall, as an adaptation, this is one of the very few adaptations that I've ever seen from an anime to a live action, and they don't always work. DBZ movie. But we'll pretend that didn't exist, okay? It's fine. But honestly, to me, this is one of the best adaptations. This is probably one of the ones that would be the easiest to adapt, except for the craziness. But they found a way to adapt that too. So honestly, this is one of the first anime/live action that I would look at you and say 10 out of 10. And I mean it, not just because I like it a lot. I would say 10 out of 10 because they adapted it very well. The characters are extremely in depth. They picked pretty much the perfect actors for each and every one of them, and they knew exactly what to keep and what to get rid of in the story. And while the story isn't 100% the same, it did not change the way the characters acted, did not change their personalities. It, if anything, enhanced them. It gave you a little extra insight as to who they are and why they do what they do. So there really is absolutely nothing that I can argue about. I've told you my minor complaints about the characters, but really, the actors made up for what could be a little strange by just acting out the characters very, very well. So that's what I have to say about that. Honestly, 10 out of 10 for this. No complaints. So if you get the chance, definitely watch the live action Ouran, but I would say watch the anime first, and I will review the anime separately, like I said, reviewing that separately. But I wanted to review this first, just as I don't think as many people have heard of the live action as they have the anime, and my goal here is to expose things that people may have not watched and what they should watch. So if you've watched Ouran, the anime, definitely watch the live action. It's really good. I love it. If you have not watched either of them, you could probably watch this without ever seeing the anime and still completely understand what's going on. You could. Do I recommend watching the anime first? I do, just because it's really great. But You could literally watch either, or, you know, have them together, or watch them separately, or, you know, whatever. It's really good, and I recommend it. And it's, like I said, 10 out of 10. So, give it a shot if you want, okay? Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye, guys.